Alright, today I thought I'd show myself getting the final accomplishment for the 15-star weapons. Definitely picked a good time to start playing this again. Definitely feel bad for the people that are localizing this. It's just like so many things got power crept so quickly. Like that's
Welcome.
it's always been a problem with PSO2.
Thank you very much. Which quest are you up
Things
for?
get power crept really fast. But at least on
I've been
the
expecting you.
Japanese version, things would generally be best in slot for a season, which is not very different from how other games do it. Things like closers. Closers has very similar structure. You grind for stuff that's best in slot for the season. And
Drop by any time.
it gets power
Which
crept
quest
like
would you
immediately
like?
after. Not really that uncommon. Ah, that's a good, what's it called? That's a good limited quest. I might have to grind that later, but I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, so I'm not gonna do any big gaming tonight. I've only got to do one of these, so let's do this one.
I wish you the best of luck.
I actually looked at a lot of the reviews for this when it got released, and that was one of the common complaints. You're essentially grinding for things that were supposed to last like a year, but they ended up lasting a month. That's what happens when you commit to catching up to Japan in less than a year and actually go through with it. Unfortunately, the people who actually stick around since launch get the short end of the stick, whereas people like me can catch up really fast. Right now I need to get this class to 75 so that I can play as the successor classes. So I didn't really play as Luster that much on the Japanese server. I played as it for a bit.
All personnel.
The other reason I had to come back to this game on the global server was, I don't know if you guys have ever played the Japanese server, but if you're anywhere in America, especially on my time zone, which is PST, I'm in California, a lot of times the best emergency quest would be at like 3 to 5 a.m. But many times over this game's lifespan, I screwed up my sleep schedule pretty hardcore just to get stuff. So the fact that these aren't at like ass o'clock is pretty nice. It's definitely something I had to get used to, like being on at normal hours. Being on at normal hours and having the quest actually be there instead of some random time.
Completed!
Incoming alert.
The localization of this doesn't seem that great until they're obviously rushed.
Emergency!
Sure, there's a number of reasons for that. The first is that they basically did an 80% speed run, like localizing this game throughout its entire content schedule. And the other is probably the pandemic. Makes things harder. They're probably doing the translations like remotely. It's interesting how, like, out of all the instanced MMOs that have been around for ages, this is one of the only ones that actually has a finished story. Like, the story in this actually, I guess, was actually planned to end. Generally, I'm very apprehensive towards caring about stories in games like this at all, because there's no guarantee it will ever be finished. There's a much higher chance of it not being finished, the game just kind of dying. They said this game was going to have a 10-year plan, and they actually have stuck to that. It hasn't been 10 years yet. Next year is going to be the 10th anniversary, and then we're getting New Genesis, which is essentially going to be a soft reboot. I call it a soft reboot because the old game's still going to be around, but no one really knows if they're still going to update this or not. It's interesting, like, playing this again after so much KOF All-Star. Like, you never really feel like you have to spend money in this game. The only thing that's really mandatory is definitely inventory expansion. If you're going to do long grinding sessions, you don't want to be
Incoming notification.
stuck doing inventory management, because that can definitely kill your flow, especially if you're trying to farm things quickly. Right, you gotta boost item up or something. But getting that is like the price of... It's actually less than a AAA game in price.
Please be
So,
careful.
you factor it like that, it's not that bad. Everything else is mostly optional. If you need a stimulus check for your in-game character, it definitely is nice to pull some loot boxes, but there's not really much in there that really translates to direct character power. It's mostly just
Incoming alert.
cosmetic items that sell for a lot. The rates actually aren't terrible, so if you're looking to use cash items
Attack.
just to make money, I did cash a little bit towards the end of my time on the Japanese server.
Completed.
Emergency.
Emergency. Code. Rescue. Emergency. Code. Attack.
I need to get a ring for fighter and stuff, so I'm thinking
Completed.
of cashing more tomorrow after I'm a big boy and get my groceries. Probably buy some loot boxes. That'd be the easiest way to make some cash, I think. Ah! Hitbox is too generous. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright, that should do it. Got 2 bonus keys to run as well, so we'll do those too. There it is. Thanks to Power Flood for helping me out. He pulled some long hours last night to get this done. I don't have enough space in the inventory. Are you serious right now? Alright, there we go. The inventory management in this game is just as annoying as any other game, but the fact that this is not really a pay-to-win game, it makes it more tolerable. Let's just put it that way. You never really have to spend money in this game. There's things that you pay for convenience, and like I said, if you need a stimulus check, you can give yourself money by using the loot boxes. But other than that, it's mostly just, do you want to spend money on the game? Are you playing it a lot? If you're playing it every day, it's generally pretty good to have premium. Those are gun slashes for Luster. And I think you can turn those into something else. That's what Power Flood was talking about. Let's
What's
see.
the good word?
Cage weapon category. I'll probably just focus on fighter for now. It's probably the best thing to do.
Alright.
Alright, well, let's run the bonus keys for now.
Leave it to me. Oh, this is a great find.
Not really.
Take care now.
Got power creeped. Alright, good enough for now. Let's go ahead and run these keys.
Which quest would you like?
What do I
I
have
look
again?
forward to your next visit.
Kind of trying to hold on to the rainbows, but I'm gonna run the bonus. I'm gonna run the
Which
gold
quest
and
would
the
you like?
happy. I picked the right time to start playing this, that's for sure.
I wish you the best of luck. Welcome. Thank you very much.
I have such crappy armor. I can't equip the event 13 stars yet. Maybe a couple more levels, I think. definitely the best action MMO in terms of, I think, overall balance, you know, between actually having to play the game and not really strong-arming you into doing microtransactions. That's kind of one of the things that's turning me off KOF lately. Plenty of other reasons too, like endless amounts of hyper-armored bosses that don't let you do the gameplay mechanics. But that's the main reason. Like, KOF's kind of got an identity crisis. It's like all the other Korean action MMOs. They give you the illusion of actually being able to combo things, and then it just becomes a hyper armor world. Which isn't bad. I mean, nothing really staggers in this game either. It's balanced better. You have things like parries and invincibility frames and stuff. The hyper armor can be pretty obnoxious in pretty much any melee-based game, but you know, if it's done right, it can still work. It's just the problem is you never know how to balance it. So you get stuff like KOF All-Star where most of the relevant content, pretty much everything that has a relevant reward that you would actually want because of its power crit power is it's all just hyper armor. The thing that makes it worse is it's still very difficult to actually clear those fights, because you really, not only do you need an optimized team, you also need really good coordination to chain the supers together, which frees the timer, which is the only reason why you can even finish that stuff in the first place. But the frame rate is so awful that you can't even really do that. It's just a mess. It's kind of refreshing coming back to this, honestly. Just my experience being a veteran with this game, I just realized it wasn't worth jumping in at the time. Now it's in a pretty good spot. I commend them for actually staying true to their word and catching up to Japan in like 10 months. Not bad, really. Pretty commendable. Just actually playing through the game, things aren't meant to progress. You know, the original developer's intention was not for you to have to grind out new stuff every month. That put a lot of pressure on the players, but it seems like it's in a pretty good spot now. There's one thing I will always like about KOF All-Stars, there's complete content parity between all the other versions. Everybody got the same updates at the same time, which is refreshing. One of the things that's definitely a bummer about playing a lot of these foreign MMOs is generally the global version will be like 6 months to a year behind. Which also puts a lot of pressure on the players too. It's like if something's really hard to grind and if they're going to make it easier in like 3 months, it's like, do you really want to spend the time in-game and or real money to get it? Then you can just wait or focus on another aspect of the game or a character or something.
Hello there. What would you like to do?
That should be a pretty fat boost. Should give you some more dex.
Feel free
See
to
how
stop
far
by
am I
anytime.
away from being able to equip that Still almost 100 points. I'm gonna have to get the dex for that from somewhere else. I think I'm pretty close to having extra hard. So let's check out all this. Actually, I can get another key.
I've been expecting
Let's
you.
run that. That should get me close to 70.
Drop by any time. Which quest would you like?
I remember when this game only had 3 classes. 3 classes, I think it only went up to like caves. Big Varda being in the game was a huge deal. Good times. Definitely adjusting to this resetting at midnight. Because it used to reset at like 8 AM my time, which was actually quite nice. That was one good thing about playing on the Japanese version. Reset was pretty much generally when I woke up, so I'd knock all this out in the morning, and then, you know, I had time to do other stuff. It was mostly just doing emergency quests, which was a nightmare. Because they often would do, like, primetime ones that have, like, extra boost and stuff. It's not fun waking up at 4 AM to do those. A lot of times I stayed up, like, with my arm on and stuff. Now it's kind of just whatever.
Completed.
Alright, what's the other CO? Oh, just Draconians. Looks like some other peeps just joined. Let's be this way. You never played this game before. It has some similarities to a roguelike in that the maps are randomly generated. The maps and the events are randomly generated.
Emergency!
Emergency. Code. Due.
Nice one! You did it!
It helps to reduce the monotony.
Completed.
Every time you do this, it's going to be different, but sometimes it can be annoying. When you're trying to clear this quickly and the game decides to generate the exit in like the polar opposite direction, you can get pretty frustrated. I think the most fun of it is when they have like the grinding emergency quests. Because a lot of times random events will happen there, and that definitely does keep it a little bit more exciting.
Emergency!
Emergency. Code. Due.
attacks. It's been so long. I also have really crap armor too. That's not helping.
Yeah, nice one!
go.
You did it! Great work! Now please head on back.
Completed.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but they actually have a cloud version of this on the Switch. But the cloud server can't handle Gaijin connections, so it's like barely playable. I could like barely log on there to do dailies. I don't know if they're actually going to be putting this on Switch. I know it's supposed to be on PS4 and 5 at some point. Hey, I got 2 keys. Nice. Alright, well let's run those. That should get me to 70. This video is just getting longer and longer. Let's see, I got 2 silver keys, right? I gotta put all this stuff in storage. Not gonna get anything good from a silver key, but still need to make room. I cached for storage, so no reason not to. Everything I'm not using, let's pop this in storage. Actually, is that a let's keep that one. That might be better than what I'm using. Alright, that's good enough. Let's get back to actual gameplay. I remember when you couldn't put stuff in storage while you're on a map. What a nightmare that was. This game's come a long way. Problem is just the engine is it's not that great, so he said a lot of things like increasing storage and stuff was like an adverse effect on server load, which is kind of weird. Wait, what? Oh, I put it in the storage. Let's find that really quick. Only got 1 key, actually. Actually, I think I can get one from doing this too, so let's back out.
Which quest would you like? I've been expecting you. Drop by anytime.
Alright, there we go. There's 2 keys. Alright, now let's run those.
Which quest would you like?
That should get me to 70, which will give me extra hard. Alright, that's a good goal. Should be able to do that with 2 keys.
I wish you the best
Not,
of
I'll
luck.
pop an experience ticket. I'm gonna be popping these to ban drinks because I have like such crap defense. surprised they've kept a lot of the collaborations too. I think some of the anime ones didn't make it, but the majority of them actually were brought over. That was a big concern for a lot of people. It didn't really affect me that much. I don't do a whole lot with the cosmetic aspect of this game. It's nice that they were able to do that, though. They kept a pretty respectable amount of parity, way more than most were realistically expecting. Alright, let's run one more. Should get me 70. If not, I'll just pop a ticket. Genesis looks pretty cool so far, but I'm really turned off by the open world. But I haven't really seen or read much about it. I know that more is actually transferring to Genesis than we thought. It's not a complete reboot, which is one reason why I decided to play on here. And I've still got my guy on the Japanese server. I'll play over there if he gets translated. Another thing that sucked about playing a Japan server was the having to use the mobile app just to use the cash shop. Going through a middleman for foreign MMOs always really adds up over time. It's a pretty excessive amount of extra money if you're cashing at least like once or twice a month. It starts to really add up. At least with that game, you didn't have to go through a middleman. It wasn't like, you know, getting like a yen card for PSN or something. A little bit more lax than that.
Welcome.
Yeah, give me that achievement.
Thank you very much.
Hello there. What would you like to do?
Alright, well, that's, I think that's gonna do it for today. I didn't really have anything else planned. I just wanted to get that done. So now I can farm the limited quest, maybe later today or something, whenever I get around to it. I got very little sleep last night. My neighbor was nice enough to give me the day off, but I'm pretty exhausted, not gonna lie, so I'm gonna take it easy. Just a short, low-effort video today. You're wondering what my next major projects are going to be? I'm supposed to be getting a key for Foregone on PC sometime in the near future. They said it's the middle of the month, and this is a short month, so it could be as soon as today. I don't know if there's what's going to happen with that. 30XX is actually coming out in 2 days as well, so I'm going to be playing the crap out of that. Past this point, not really a whole lot else this month. It's kind of been nice to have this because I really haven't been playing KOF much at all. I pretty much have just been logging on to do dailies when I'm at my night shift with the kiddies. That's basically all I've been doing, so it's nice to have something else to play that definitely has a brighter future, I think. I don't know how much longer KOF All-Star is going to be around, to be honest. It feels like it might be on its way out. There's supposed to be a collaboration in the near future, but who
Feel
knows
free to stop by
what
anytime.
that's going to be, and I'm pretty sure I don't care. I might try to get like one copy of them or something, because that's all you need for collaboration characters, but I'm not really too enthused about it right now. I think maybe playing this as my Cerberus game in the rotation is probably going to be a better deal overall.
Notice. Signs of Dark Falls Luther have been detected on Omega. We're going to need your assistance, so get ready.
None of these have keys. I'm really after those keys right now. This is the battle pass. That one's kind of cool. Sure, I'll get that one. Fortunately, you can't sell these. Was hoping I could get a little cash transfusion, but nope, they thought of that.
What would you like to do? Feel free to stop
Far
by
my
anytime.
way from being able to equip those 13 stars. Well, I got another 20 decks or so, so maybe by like 75 or so I should be able to equip that naturally. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. I'll catch you guys later.